All right, Dad, what do we got here?
We got a 2015 Subaru Outback with a 2.5 liter in it. You can see there's a big old sign in here. Do not start. No trans fluid at all.
That's not a good sign.
No. So the story goes, I don't know. All I know is the story at this point. Story goes that the client had someone change her oil. I don't think it was a shop or anything. I think it might have been a friend. And
It was a friend. It was not a shop.
okay, they drained the wrong oil, evidently. So they drained the transmission fluid, but the story went they drained the transmission fluid, but then kept adding oil into it and couldn't get it to fill back up again. So I don't know where they were putting oil in. We might find the engine oil way full to the brim and no transmission fluid, or I don't know. So we got to get it in the shop, though. We got to get some push up, get it pushed in so we can figure out what's going on there, because it got towed in here.
Yeah,
supposedly it was not driven at all, so or not started at all.
Let's hope that's the case.
Let's hope. I hope it just got drained and like whoops, and then we'll
They're
see.
coming to police, as always. So see you in the shop.
Yeah, but
It's like 6 times a day.
yeah.
Update. What do we find?
We think we figured the mystery out. So the engine, we're not worried about. The engine, the drain plug was loose, but we think somebody tried to get in here. Maybe we don't know why that drain plug was. Clearly, whoever did this got to that.
It had oil in it.
It had oil in it. It's full of oil, actually. If anything, it might be a touch. I think it's
about right.
pretty full.
Yeah.
Right, about right. 5.5 or so quarts. The transmission, where we thought had the wrong oil in it, or somebody put engine oil in it, we got to looking at that. Whoever drained the wrong thing probably doesn't have the right equipment to put fluid in here. It takes some equipment to do that. And so we don't think they put the engine oil in it, right? What we think happened was they drained it. This thing holds 12.5 quarts of fluid in the transmission for a drain and fill. We think they drained it, and they had they're probably in a driveway underneath the car. They got a pan down there, and it's filling and filling and filling, and probably getting to the point where it's going to overfill. And they went, "What the heck's going on?" and blocked it off. Because right now we've pulled out of the transmission. There you go.
2 quarts.
2 quarts.
Yep.
Right. So we think that they just got so much fluid coming out of it that they went, "Oh, stop," and plugged it off, and hopefully stopped. We're going to do a transmission service and obviously get some of that fresh oil and everything in it, the engine oil and all that. Get that done. Transmission service, and then just go drive it down the road. Shifting out good, service done. Update on the fluid level. When we went to, so 3 sources, minimum 3 sources, said that it had a 12.5 quart capacity on this for the drain and fill, but it actually, when we did the drain and fill, only 5 quarts came out of it. So I still have no explanation of why, when they figured out, or whoever figured out that, hey, I got the wrong plug pulled. I do believe that when they figured out they made a mistake, they did not start it or run it or drive it, because if they would have, this would have been a transmission issue immediately.
Yep, so they saved themselves there.
They saved themselves, yeah.